The wave of new media has caused a shift in the media landscape, leaving some confusion about what information to trust, especially approaching elections. Amabongane's managing partner, Sam Saul, answers some general questions about these changes and their impact on journalists. What key aspects of investigative journalism and journalism in general do you think people should be more aware of?
I think the public should be aware of even Amabongane, just how small the number of journalists is that are doing this kind of thing. And the fact that we don't have any special powers. We can't do searches and seizures. We rely on sources, we rely on leaks, we rely on publicly available information. And one of the most difficult things to do is, especially in a country like South Africa where there's so much going on, is to try to prioritize and decide what to do and what not to do, what to leave out. And we try to look at things that are systemic problems and that have major impacts in society, but also that we have information about. One of the other factors is somebody else already doing this? We don't have enough resources to kind of go over ground that somebody else is already covering.
In your opinion, what is an unfair critique that the public often directs towards investigative journalists or the media?
I think that there's a bit of a knee-jerk response in terms of assuming an agenda. And some media have not helped themselves because they have pursued an agenda. And they have strayed from journalism into propaganda. And so in the time of kind of fake news, in the time when every Tom, Dick and Harry can publish, can have a following, can have an audience, it's sometimes hard for the public to understand the difference between journalism and just opinion, and why that difference matters.
Viewer's choice. Does Amabongane plan to investigate Phala Phala?
Yes, we always get asked, well, you've reported this, but what about Phala Phala? Look, in the beginning we did do some reporting on Phala Phala because we had some specific information together with some of our Namibian colleagues about some of the background. But I think since then, because there've been various official probes, including one by retired Chief Justice, which have exposed really a lot of information about Phala Phala. The fact that there are no consequences in relation to that information is not the media's fault. It's not our fault. We would struggle to put more information in the public domain than is already there. I think very few people believe the story about the man from Sudan and the cattle purchase that never happened, etc. So it would be interesting to understand what was really behind that. But the people that know are not talking, and there's not much. If any of them came to us, we would obviously be very interested in that story. There are no holy cows, but as I say, in terms of applying the limited resources we have, most of that story has come out. It is in public.